So I've got my seed potatoes. I don't normally plant my potatoes now until April. That's just, it works better for us. And I've got videos on it. I know the filming here is weird, but I'm trying to get this done. So you're gonna take your seed potatoes and you're gonna try to do your best to cut them and orient them to where you can try to get maybe 2 to 3 eyes on each cutting. That may or may not happen in all of these. I've got several bags I have to go through. Again, I have multiple videos on planting potatoes. So this is, most of you have done this before. So I'm gonna cut them and I'm gonna try to get them how I want them done, and then I'm gonna let them sit until they're healed over. Some farmers don't do that. They just throw them out, or they go with it, or they cut them as they put them into the ground. I like to cut mine and let mine sit for a couple of days and let them heal over. Some people use lime. I've used lime before, but I have found that if I just let them sit for several days and they start to dry up and heal, they don't rot. So I've waited until mid to late April to plant my potatoes due to weather conditions here, and especially rain. You don't want them to rot, which we can still get a lot of rain. But here are the Yukon Golds. This is what they look like. I also have red potatoes. So I've got several bags to go through, so let's get cutting these potatoes. So this one, for example, was really good. It's just one big potato, but I was able to slice it so that I had an eye. I have a tiger, y'all. An eye right there, and then I've got some here, and then I've got one here. So I was able to get 3 separate pieces. Watch the camera, Patara. Y'all hear the washer, dryer, dishwasher, dogs barking. So I'm just gonna lay these out like this, and I'm gonna try to slightly, probably put more of this up so the eyes don't get knocked off, and then this can dry, okay? So that's what we're gonna go with. This one might just be one big cluster. We'll see. I think I can cut, if I can cut down through here, I can get 2 out of this because there's some smaller eyes. You just have to orient it. Don't look at my hair. Now see, this is perfect. I can make this work. These have grown a lot quicker than I thought that they would. They were in that bag and I couldn't really see them until I opened the bag. I just left them out there so they would do what they're doing. I'm gonna slice this one right through here, and so it's not going to be split down the middle. It's going to come from the angle on the side, so that way this is on one side. Oh, and you can see there's even a little bit of start back here, so I may be able to cut 3. It just depends. So you can see that. Do we have anything else? Well, there's right there. See, there's right there a little bit of a start, and then we've got something back there. So I could make these smaller bits and see if we get anything else, another growth action. May do that. Maybe that'll make 4. Were you trying to help me with the potatoes? Mr. Baby Lee? Look how big he's gotten, y'all. Rascal. Total rascal. So hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you are doing well today. So much going on. Give me a hug, give me a hug, give me a hug. I did get some clips today of different things we were doing around the farm, just small things. I'm trying to continue to press forward like you in terms of spring cleaning and garden prep, getting some more fruit trees, different things like that. Lots going on. And I'm happy to report that everything is great here on the farm. I have not moved all of the goat babies fully out yet because I attempted to do that on Monday into Tuesday, and I need to get 2 more of the large feeders. Not a trough, but the feeders. They're I call them feeders. I mean they're red. You see them in my videos, and you can feed the goats or any livestock in it. Well, cows, no, not so much. The cows will just knock them over. Okay, they knock them to like Texas and back. So don't really recommend that for your cows. But for goats, they're perfect. So I want to get 2 more, because when I let them all out and they were getting along fine with everybody, but when it comes time to feeding, they are very much competing. So I've brought everybody back in, plus it's raining, because I want to make sure all my babies made it and are doing great. And so I've brought them back in. There's the ones that were with mama are still with mama. My bottle babies are over back into their stall, because I need to go in the next day or 2 and get those feeders so that I can station them and everybody gets to eat. It's so crazy fun when it's fair. So, because there's a lot of competition, and when you've got full-grown wethers and bucks and hangry mamas, and you've got this little baby over here, and they're not that small anymore, but they're timid, and so out there with the herd, so that's why. And so that's going great. My turkey mama is still broody on her eggs with the goose eggs. I haven't candled them yet, so I don't know. And incubator's going with goose eggs today. Potatoes. Oh, I came up here to do the barn because it stopped raining, and it's raining again. All right, we'll just talk. It's raining again. I thought we were going to get a small break. Oh well. Listen, so I want to talk to you about this today. So I've been working around the farm, trying to catch up with everything, working here and working there. And I was listening to a video a little while ago. Pinball put out a video, which is something that I have been thinking about the last day or 2, which I want you to be thinking about as well. And it's talking about gas prices. But so be sure to head over there and listen to what he's talking about today, about, talking about $7 a gallon gas potentially coming our way by the summertime. If everything continues to escalate and tensions continue to roll in the Middle East, there's so much potential there that's not good for us here in the United States. So go check out his video for sure. But I want to add to that, because I agree with everything that he's saying, except I want to say this. If you come and punch me in the face today, I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to be waiting until maybe next Saturday to retaliate. First of all, if I'm going to attack you, I'm not going to tell you that I'm attacking you, that I'm going to. I'm just going to show up, like Batman, okay? Right? And it's always on a weekend when these things happen. Has everybody noticed this? What's up with Saturdays? Are we not allowed to have, remember Saturdays when you would get up and you would watch, eat Cocoa Pebbles and watch the Smurfs or something, and life was so whatever, and then American Bandstand came on, and Saturdays were running errands and going to Kmart and having fun. Oh no, now we have to have all these things always happen on Saturdays. The market is closed. Just want to drop that off. I mean, yeah. Is it just me? Okay, I need a V8. But anyway, so we don't know how all this situation is going to continue to escalate over in the Middle East. Let's pray for peace, y'all, because it's crazy. And clearly, we have a situation where we're trying to send, 90? I've heard 90 and it's 95. Is it 1 package? Is it 3 package? Is it your mom? Is it your dad and your sister too? We don't know. Where are we going to get $90 billion plus to send to as foreign aid to all these other places? Do you know? So we're going to be talking about in this conversation here, as I'm trying to prepare to plant potatoes so I can have something to eat in the coming months for me and my family. Okay. We're also showing that, but we're also talking about what if we have, for East Tennessee specifically, $5 a gallon gas is going to be mind-blowing for people. Okay. I know you guys out in California are already over 5, and you guys up in Canada, bless your hearts, all the time up there. I don't see how you're making it up there. It's crazy town. But my point is in the same breath that we're talking about the situations around the world and how they always happen on Saturdays. It's so fun. And yet we're sitting here trying to figure out, we have $5, $6, $7 gallon gas, and how is that going to affect us? And not only that, but I read yesterday, I believe it was on Zero Hedge. I believe it was. Let me dig that up. There has been a hint that Joey, chocolate chip ice cream liquor, is going to dig into the oil reserve. Don't we have the petroleum reserve? Don't we have 17 days on reserve? First of all, it was meant for emergencies. I love it when people say that the president doesn't control gas prices. Well, apparently he does. So, bite your tongue, girl. Bite your tongue. So, don't throw that out there, because it's like, really? How is that? So there's been a hint, apparently, I read that yesterday, of like, well, we will help it out, or, there's some hint of conversation. I'm like, well, what are you going to do? I mean, so basically what you're saying is, because it's an election year and because you have totally screwed over this country and the American people, and then you have compounded it by putting 10, 15, 20 million people, illegals, on top of that. Okay, we're all trying to feed ourselves over here. We're all over here cutting potatoes, hoping we don't have a famine. And now you're going to make us continue to make us defenseless. That's what's going on. I hope you realize how defenseless how much of a defenseless position you are right now, sitting on your native soil here in the, when I say native, I mean American born. I don't care if you're black, you're white, if you are indigenous. I don't care. I don't care. Shh, shut up. I don't care. Nobody cares. No. Stop this division stuff. Stop it. We all want to eat. We want you to eat. We want you to make your house payment, your rent payment, pay your car. How are you going to put gas in the tank? So if it heats up, because, we like to play each side, but yet we're sending money to where to do what and how did we send money before, and what do we see? This is just the biggest cluck. It's just the biggest cluster of just insanity, but it's all by design. It's just done on purpose. Completely done on purpose, leaving you defenseless. How are we going to manage $5, $6, $7 average gas prices for the average American, just trying to go to the grocery store, trying to go to work and back, trying to pick up their kids from, get them out of these demonic schools? But you know what I'm saying. How is your husband going to pay for his gas bill if he drives, 30 or 40 minutes to work to and from every day, Monday through Friday, or wherever and whenever? I mean, how is this going? What will this do to the price of diesel? What is this going to do to the price of goods in your grocery store? Better be cutting them potatoes, seed potatoes. So I think that what was suggested, and which we practice here, which is very wise, is that while gas is more than double what it was in 2019, 2020, prior to the pandemic, gas is, we're looking at, it's bouncing up and down in some places. We are somewhere around 309 to 329 now. It got up to 339, and some of them kind of pulled back a little bit. So we're kind of watching what it does. But, that's double what it was several years ago. And how have they been able to manage to, from 2022, pull it back down? Well, we know from the Strategic Oil Reserve. And now there's talk of it again. How is that going to be possible? I don't know. Because, again, you're down to the level of, as I have been told, as I have heard, as I have read, correct me if I'm wrong, we're at a 17-day level. Hope nothing bad happens. Whew, that'd be horrible. You'd be defenseless. There is no law and order anymore. You feel like a sitting duck if you just go out and try to participate in life. You can't, do you feel safe sitting at your church, going to the grocery store, doing the normal things? Probably not. Your head's probably on a swivel. And then to compound all of these issues with the summer months coming up, nothing is going to get people's tempers up even more when they are continuing to find out that they cannot pay for the basic things in life that they once could do. And all these jobs, all this stuff of all this employment being added and jobs and all that, it's because people have lost their job and are having to go work 2 or 3 part-time jobs, or they're working their job and now they're finding they have to moonlight, and then they're having to go do all these extra things just to get by right now. But if gas prices double, essentially from where they are right now, they don't even have to go, we talk about hyperinflation and all these things. I'm like, we don't even have to enter that arena with anything. We are at a critical point that it's not going to take much to push people back over the edge. And here we are, 2024, going into the biggest and most important election. Call it a selection, call it what you want. I don't care. I ain't gonna argue with you anymore. But all of these things were predictable. And you know what? I don't think they're done. I think we still have more shenanigans to come our way. We haven't even gotten to summer yet. I mean, what's that going to be like? Well, as I've told you, I would be separating myself as much as possible from the shenanigans. I would be digging my heels in on praying. I would be digging my heels on and preparing. Yes, I think getting extra gas cans. We do this all the time. If you can manage that, and get some extra gas cans and make sure you have what you need to carry you through as long as possible. I mean, anything that will take off the edge. I mean, I understand. I mean, how many gallons does it take to fill up your truck or your car? I mean, I seriously doubt you're going to be able to, infinitely stack up, containers of gas. But again, if you can trim off the edge to give you a little bit more breathing room so you can mow, or like with us, with the tractor, different things like that, then you need to be doing so. And that's just one preparation. Because if oil goes up, I want you to think about all of the byproducts. Not just gas, okay? Think about if oil goes up, which I think somewhere today, I don't know. Last time I saw, we were back down to about $85, something like that. Maybe $84. But, there's lots of talk of it hitting 90, going back up to 90. And then I was listening to someone talk about 100. And then there's several really wise individuals out there. They're like, you're going to see $130. An extreme situation would be $200, but it's not unreasonable to consider, considering the tensions that we're watching in the Middle East right now. So when you know these things and you hear these things and you're trying to prepare for these things, then what do you think you need to do about that? I would have listed these items before, all of the byproducts from oil. It's mind-blowing. Might want to think about that. If you can manage to get a couple of extra gas tanks, if you will, containers to take the edge off, it's probably not going to get any cheaper at a minimum at this point. That would be smart. And to just constantly be watching the prices as much as you can, and using Gas Buddy and making sure that you are filling up as often as you can. A lot of people in the preparedness community would very quickly tell you never go below a half a tank. I think that's smart for safety reasons, but I think that is also smart for money reasons. So if you have an opportunity to top it off, because you see the stories of, you can go out today like me, gas was, $2.92, come back by, it's $3.09, come back by later, it's $3.16, and then 2 days later, it's $3.39. So it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. So watch for those Saturday events, because, it's going to make your gas prices go up. Clown world. Like, subscribe, and share. The rain, it drizzled a little bit, and now it stopped, so it's time to get all my chores done. And that recipe that I have in the oven, it was just chicken breasts and olive oil and sweet potatoes and onion. And I put salt and pepper, fresh squeezed lemons, and Greek seasoning. I might go back when I have to check it. I might put a little bit of more garlic in it, I'm trying to keep the vampires away. We got enough of them around, right? Be praying against that. Like, subscribe, and share. I love you all. I hope you're doing well. It's great to be back with making videos. I took that day off, and I just missed you. Give me a kiss. Stay positive. Keep praying. Keep prepping. Stay peaceful. Be ahead of the curve. Think about these things now. You've got to when you go, what is this scenario, and what could this mean for me? May not be today, but what will it look like in a week or a month? Or definitely by late summer into fall. Be ready. Guys, Godspeed, God bless, and I'll see you on the next video. See, that's really what my hair looks like right now. That's why you see it. Back in a scrunchie with my glasses on my head. Ladies, I know you were late. It's okay. Barn hair don't care, girl. Barn hair don't care.